Hey, we're fixing to take this pile of lumber, these drawer slides, and turn it into this. Hey, I'm Matt with 731woodworks.com. School is in session. Today we're building this desk. This is a 5 foot wide desk by 31 inches deep, and then standard desk height at 29.5 inches tall. We got one drawer, it's on the back side, ball bearing hinges, nice and smooth. Let me show you how to build this. Hey, if you're new here, please consider subscribing, hitting that like button, I'd appreciate that. If you share this on your social media, that helps us out a lot. Virtual fist bump if you do that for me. Hey, if you want to help support this channel, you can check out our merchandise we have down below. Some t-shirts, 10% of your sale goes to St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital, so that's a good thing. Also, we have a Patreon if you would like to contribute to that. And if you don't want to do that, you can always hit that share button. We'd appreciate any shares you give us. Thumbs up, comment below, and let us know what you think about this desk. Keep in mind any tools, supplies we use, the links are in the description. First thing we're going to do is start cutting our legs out at 28 3/4 inches long. 2x4 is at 28 3/4. That's going to give us 29.5 inch tall desk. So for these legs, I don't want 2x4 legs. I want 3x3 legs. And since I don't have a store where I can buy 3x3 legs, I have to make my own. So the way I'm going to make ththese is I'm going to take two 2x4s and glue them together. It's called laminating. We're going to laminate the 2x4s together, and then we're going to rip the edges off after that, because we'll have 3 inches thick, because those two are going to be 1.5 inches thick each, makes 3 inches, and then we're going to rip the edges off each side to make a square 3x3 leg. And then once that's done, we'll take a router, route the edges round over bit so we don't have those sharp edges. We're using Type Bond 2 wood glue. I use a liberal amount on the inside of each of these. Put them back to back, and then that way we can stack them together. I use some blocks on each end so that the clamps don't damage the legs. Clamp those good and tight. Once you start seeing that glue squeeze out, you know it's good enough. We'll cut the edge off each side and make these 3 inches by 3 inches. So light sanding, 120 grit. We're hitting those corners with that 120 grit. We're not going to round those over. I'm just going to use 120 grit sandpaper. So we're putting our table frame together. We've got one side together. We're going to put two sides together and then put the back on. We're using 1x6s. We didn't even rip these down. We got 3 pocket holes, 2, 3. We're going to put those in. And what I did over on this side was I made a little jig. This is just 2 1x4s put together. I just put screws through there to hold this together. Actually wood glue, I think. And this, all that does is this face sets against your leg, and then this face sets against your apron, and that gives you a 3/4 inch inset. If you don't want them inset, you don't have to, but we wanted ours inset. It's going to give us a 3/4 inch inset. We're going to use wood glue there as well. One important thing is to make sure the top of your apron is flush with the top of your leg. So the desk frame's coming together. We framed out for where the drawer's gonna go. Just put some bracing in there. Those are just glued in just to keep everything nice and square. The main thing you got to make sure here is that these two are parallel with each other, because if they're not, your drawer slides, when you push your drawer in, everything's gonna pinch up. So make sure these are parallel. These are exactly the same measurement across here. And we notched this board out. Let's go around and check that out. This front board I went ahead and notched out. I went a little farther. I gotta putty that. But we notch this out, and then our drawer face is going to land out here from here to here and be the same thickness there. So this will actually be covered, but I'm going to go ahead and putty that so I don't see the ugly line. That was on me. But so far so good. We're fixing to build that drawer frame now. So this is a drawer we built. It's pocket hole construction, pretty easy. Go to fix this, build that. That guy will show you how to do these drawers. They're pretty simple. I'm going to use a piece of 1/2-inch plywood inset and then just brad nail it in. This is just going to be for pens and pencils, so we're not looking for any weight. I do sometimes build my drawers and put 1/4-inch plywood, but this is a pretty good span, so I'm going to put a 1/2 inch in there. That way it doesn't, you know, sag and buckle and whatnot. Apologize for the neighbor mowing his yard. She loves sawdust about as much as I do. Use my Craig K5, set it at 3/4 inch for this 3/4 inch material. This is going to be our desktop. Put 5 pocket holes per board. We'll use wood glue on between each joint, clamp them together, and just screw those pocket holes through. These are 1.25 inch pocket holes. Another day, another dollar. We're still working on this desk. We've got it framed out. We've got to sand it, and then we're going to prime it and paint it. It's mostly sanded, so it doesn't need a lot. On the tabletop, I'm going to round over the edges with a 1/4 inch round over bit. That'll keep those sharp edges from hurting your arm when you're working on your desk. And then on this edge, this one's pretty straight, but this one is, you can see that it's not exactly square, which I knew it wouldn't be because it's very difficult to get, even if you cut every piece exactly the same, it's very difficult to get those exactly square. So I'm gonna put a straight edge on there, use my circular saw and just rip that edge off. That's gonna square everything up nice. And then after that, we're gonna sand this top and it'll be ready for some staining. I had a camera malfunction here. I just cut this, use a straight edge to cut that edge off straight. Then I used a 1/4 inch round over bit and rounded over all the edges, top and bottom. Got her sanding. Her desk. She likes sanding. I don't. I'm working on 2 projects at the same time. I'm working on that desk, and we're also working on this small table. 2 videos coming out, but they're going to be separate. One thing I realized at 3 a.m. this morning, we finished working on the desk yesterday. Well, we got to a stopping point. We was extremely tired. On my drawer, I was laying in the bed this morning. I woke up at 3 o'clock, taking a dog out, 3 a.m. that is. When I come back in, I was laying there, I was thinking about this desk, and I realized I'd made a mistake. Now, I don't want you to make that same mistake. So if you're building this desk on that drawer front, don't put it on until last. So what I've got to do now is make sure that that drawer front is going to be perfectly square sitting on that in that frame. If you wait and put that on after everything's done, you can just set it up there like you want it and then tack it in place, and you don't have to worry about getting it perfectly square in there. So now, I mean, it's not a big deal. I just have to make sure my drawer slides are where they need to be so that everything looks square whenever it's shut. This is Sherwin-Williams stain blocking primer. I want 2 coats of that before we went on to the main coat, which is a Sherwin-Williams matte black. Paint this table frame, and we're going to paint it black. It's the color she wants. Say hi. Hi. She wants it black, so that's what we're painting it. We're gonna paint it a matte black. Now we're putting on the Minwax pre-stained wood conditioner on this tabletop. I did wipe my wife a nice message. I'm proud of her for chasing her dreams. She always wanted to be a teacher, and she never gave up on that dream, and now she is. So I'm very proud of her. This is her desk. It's going in her classroom, so she'll be able to look at that every day. So we're fixing to put that Minwax pre-stained conditioner on. I won't show the whole thing and bore you with all that, but basically I just take a rag and I get it kind of, a liberal amount of that stuff, and then I just start smearing it on. And I'm gonna let that dry 30 minutes before I put stain on. 30 minutes. I find that's a good time to let it dry. If you go less time than that, it seems like it doesn't work as good. So I like 30 minutes, good even coverage. For the stain, we went with Minwax Golden Oak. It's a light colored stain. I do the bottom first, I flip it over and do the top. And there it is, that's golden oak on spruce. That's what that looks like. That's gonna look really good on that black base. That's it's gonna dry. We're gonna let that dry at least overnight. And then we're gonna go back with at least 3 coats of General Finishes Armor Seal. That's some really good stuff. It brushes on really easy. I just put a coat on this little table I'm building. You may have already seen that video, or may not come out yet, I'm not sure. We'll take a look at this frame. It's painted black, got 3 coats of that matte black, Sherwin-Williams matte black. It's gonna look good with that golden oak on top. It's still wet, so it may look blotchy. And then I actually forgot to paint the drawer. So it's only got 1 coat. So I got 2 coats to go on there. Up and out in the shop this morning, pretty early. I got a workout in. We'll go ahead and put a coat of Armor Seal, General Finishes Armor Seal Satin. It's on top. It's an oil-based polyurethane, oil and polyurethane top coat. It gives it a deeper look. I really like it, and it's very durable, so I really like how it goes on. You just wipe it on with a cloth. Do 3 coats of that, put a coat on, a light sand in between, a 120 or a 320 grit, and then wipe that off with a damp cloth to get that dust off there, and then we'll put another coat on. Do that 3 times. It takes about 6 hours between coats, maybe a little more, depending on your temperature and your humidity, stuff like that. So we're going to start off with the first coat. So I'm wiping with the grain like this. I'll go with the grain, and you just get it to where you can see like the light reflecting off of it, and make sure that all of it is covered. This first coat, it's going to soak it up pretty good, and then the next 2 coats, it won't like soak in as much as fast. It'll still soak in, but what I like about this Armor Seal is when you wipe it on, this is an old t-shirt. When you wipe it on, it doesn't leave streaks. It'll dry smooth. I tried using spar urethane, stuff like that. It'll leave brush strokes when you're brushing it on and wiping it as well. And once I get the whole board covered, the whole length covered, I go back and just wipe 1 solid stroke all the way down. That way it just takes off any extra. Like right there was a little extra buildup. All right, so we're gonna let that dry for a few hours before we put any more on. It'll take a few, 3, 4, 5, 6 hours. It just depends on the weather, really. The longer you can wait between coats, the better. We're gonna let this sit, it's 5 a.m. now, so it'll be about noon before we put another coat on. So a little over 6 hours, 7 hours. So looking good though. See, when you put that Armor Seal on, those knot holes start to pop, everything starts to come out. It's a deeper, it just gives it a deeper finish. It looks really good. I also use a high performance top coat from General Finish. It's a water based. You brush it on too, or you brush it on rather than wiping, or you can wipe, but I prefer to brush it. It doesn't give as deep of a look. It's more of a flat look. This looks really good so far. using my Craig drawer slide jigs. This makes it a whole lot easier to get everything leveled up. And then just put 2 screws in there before we move on to the next one. And once those are in, we'll put our drawer in. Before we put our final coat of clear coat on, we went ahead and attached the desktop using Rockler tabletop fasteners, or Z-clips as some people call them. These are really nice. Cut a slot in your aprons and then you screw the other side into the tabletop. If you've never seen any, check out my farmhouse tabletop build. That's where I use them, explain how they work. And with the final coat of that armor seal, it's going to look beautiful. All right, here we are. We're delivering the desk today. It's my wife's room. Come on in, let's check that out. Here it is, it's in place. We got the golden oak top with that armor seal on top, matte black base. Got the special note. Let's try it out. Got the drawer with those ball bearing hinges. She's already stuffed it full. It's a pretty nice desk.